Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Patters, and today I'm going to take you through my top 5 first generation Pokemon, and if all goes well, I should be able to head up to 6th generation, which will be done after Pokemon X and Y is released. Now, of course, as always, these top 5 lists are completely opinion-based. If you have any different opinions, then you can put them in the comment section below. And without further ado, let's get on to number 5. Okay, so coming in at number 5 on today's list is going to be Dragonite, the OG Dragon-type Pokemon and the only Dragon-type Pokemon in the first generation, if we're going by the evolution lines. Of course, there are 3 Dragon-type Pokemon, but is the only evolution line that has the Dragon typing. And this guy is a beast. As long as you don't put him against an Ice type, then he is hard to drain, but absolutely worth it with a massive attacks that will absolutely destroy your enemies. And while the Dragon type wasn't fully realized in the first generation, when you get into the later generations like 3rd, 4th, 5th, of course, you have the physical special split that makes Dragonite even more powerful because he gets to use his full attack power with his Dragon type moves, as in the 3rd generation I believe Dragon type is special. But there's nothing bad you can say about this guy apart from the fact that he's totally weak to Ice types, and just Dragonite. Moving on to the number 4 slot, we have Gengar, and I was kind of debating with myself which trait evolution to put on, because I know I had to have one. I do kind of like all the trait evolutions in Generation 1 quite a bit. It's kind of upsetting that I had to have 4 because, well, I couldn't really trade with anyone at the time. Anytime I did try to trade, there was some kind of error that wouldn't let me do it, and I couldn't actually get the evolutions. But once you do get these evolutions, they are a badass, and I think Gengar is the tippity top of the trait evolution pile. He is, it's a simple design, but it's really effective. Massive speed, massive special attack, he will sweep your team without a second thought, and I don't know, I just really like it. He's the first Ghost-type Pokemon, well, not the first Ghost-type Pokemon, obviously, but the first evolution line, and for some reason they only had one Ghost-type line in the first generation, along with Dragon-types. I don't know, why would you introduce a type and only have one evolution line of it? I don't understand, but whatever, Game Freak, can do what you want, and I'm glad it was Gengar that you put in the first generation, because he is a badass. Having Gengar as number 4 brings us on to the number 3 slot, and today we have Rhydon as number 3. And I don't know what it is about Rhydon. I don't really like Rhyhorn all that much, but Rhydon, his design is just awesome. He has a drill in his head. Like, how can you not love that? And they made him evolve in Generation 4, and Rhyperior is cool. He can tank hits, but his design is just not up to the scratch that Rhydon was. I just love this guy, and he was actually pretty hard to use because the moves that he gets in the Generation 1 games are pretty lackluster. I'm not even sure if he learns Earthquake or anything like that. He probably does, but it's at a really late level. The things he has is usually things like Stomp, Horn Attack, Fury Attack. He can use his Horn, but not up to the scratch. Like, it's not good enough. He does learn Horn Drill, I believe, but Horn Drill was kind of crappy in first generation, and I don't really know what to say about Horn Drill because all of the one-hit KO moves, or I don't use them because they're just not trustworthy enough. But Rhydon is number 3, and I think he's well-deserved because that guy, look at him, just look at him, he's awesome. So we're going to move on to the number 2 spot this week, or today, or this episode. I don't know when I'm going to put out the next one. And now we're going to move on to the number 2 spot, and my favorite Generation 1 starter. It is Blastoise, and I don't know, I was kind of a Charmander guy back when I was a kid, but now I've seen the light. I've seen that. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I've seen that Blastoise is the superior starter type, and of course, this is all my opinion. I don't think that you should have the same opinion as mine. Of course, you can be a Charmander guy, you can be a Bulbasaur guy. There aren't many Bulbasaur guys going around, but Blastoise is what we're talking about right now, and I just love his design. Like, he's just a giant turtle with cannons on his back. How can you not like that? I mean, Charizard's kind of dragon-y, but he isn't a dragon, so that kind of failed. Venusaur is a big plant, but Blastoise, he is just he's a badass, and I'm really glad that they had him as the final evolution to Wartortle, because I do like Wartortle's design, Wartortle, however you would like to pronounce it, but I think Blastoise is superior in most ways. So that is it for the number 2 spot, and now we're gonna get into number 1. Alright, so who is my favorite Generation 1 Pokemon, I hear you'll ask? Well, if you've been around my channel for a while, you know that Arcanine is my second favorite Pokemon, which will of course place him as my number 1 Pokemon on the Generation 1 list. He's been on a lot of lists, he's been on my Mega Evolution or Evolution list, and, well, you know, he just fits in here so well because, well, he's a Generation 1 Pokemon, of course he fits in. But he is a fire-breathing, giant, fluffy dog thing. I don't know how you can't like that, but yeah, he is number 1 on the list. He's got the speed, he's got the attack, he's got the fire attacks, he's got the moves. I don't know, there's nothing really bad I can say about him apart from, well, he's mixed water type like every other friggin' fire type. But yes, so Arcanine is number 1 on the list. If you have your own list, be sure to put them in the comment section below. And hopefully, if this is liked enough, if you guys want to see some more, I have some other generations we could go through. You know, there's like 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, if you wanted to. And then we can get ready for Generation 6 coming out on the 12th of October. So that'll be done hopefully soon. If you guys want to do me to do a Generation 2 list. And then we can move on from there. So, I'm going to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.